Swiper, no swiping! Swiper, no swiping! Swiper, no swiping!
So last Saturday, my good friend Ryan from the 3POA podcast was sent exclusive images of the classified Nemesis Immortal figures head sculpts. Now, Ryan was the first one to see these images, so he posted them on Instagram to share them with other toy collectors who might want to see them. Now, other Instagram accounts, some being YouTube channels, picked this up and kind of amplified Ryan's post, but everyone, including me, credited Ryan for being the first to receive these leaked images. A certain YouTube channel who's known for stealing people's content, stealing because he never credits them for them being the ones that found this stuff or the first to leak it. Now, after this YouTube channel decided to steal the images, flip them around and throw a little sepia on it, Ryan called this guy out. And as soon as Ryan called him out, he got struck with a DMCA. And then it just gets weirder, because then the guy turns around on his YouTube channel and he basically goes off on this video berating everyone who isn't him and how everyone else is a hater and you're disgusting and you're this and that. So I'm going to do a little reaction to that video. And fun fact, he DMCA struck me as well. Some people can't take a joke, if you know what I'm saying. But if you know the old adage,
don't start nothing, won't be nothing,
it kind of rings true. So we're going to take a look at his video, and I'm just going to react to it. Oh, and it's all fair use, so I don't want to hear any of that bullshit.
We said we're just getting started, we meant it.
Yeah, you did. Ryan's images. Viper Island stealing Ryan's images.
We're just getting started. We've blown past 20,000 subscribers in just 2.5 years, which hasn't been done by anyone else.
It hasn't been done by anyone else because you took the 1987 G.I. Joe animated movie and you put it up on your YouTube channel, got a lot of views and a lot of subs, and then you got copyright struck because you decided that you were going to take that. And the funny thing is, you take someone else's copyrighted content and you put it on your YouTube channel and you expect to be able to use it. But when someone calls you out for anything on Instagram or Facebook, you DMCA strike them almost immediately. Fucking hypocrite.
And together as a community, we've done all of this without any help from Hasbro, other channels, forums, Facebook groups, or websites.
You get a lot of help from other channels. I'm just going to say that. You get a lot of help from other channels and Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts because you just take stuff. Whenever you think it's going to suit you, you take it. So don't say you don't get help from other channels, because you do.
The heart of G.I. Joe truly is in this community right here. And unlike a lot of people out there, we don't ask for money from our viewers or even accept offers of money. Anyone with an audience on YouTube is already being paid by YouTube.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Anyone with an audience on YouTube is already being paid by YouTube. That is a gross oversimplification of how YouTube monetization works. None of that applies. That's just bullshit all the way across the board.
Double dipping by taking money from your viewers is just plain gross.
That's gross. That's a gross way to live.
So super chats, channel memberships, you know, super stickers, tips, things like that. This guy says, not this guy, that's Tony Stark. This guy, Viper Island, says that it's gross to use those features that YouTube offers and provides to content creators. Now, those are the things that we use for like new equipment, paying for our editing software, paying for StreamYard or whatever program we use to interact with YouTube. That's the stuff that kind of keeps us going. But, according to this guy, we're gross.
As you'll recall, Viper Island started as a grassroots initiative to keep G.I. Joe fans entertained and informed, and we're blown away by the overwhelming positive support we get from G.I. Joe fans who appreciate what we do. However, with success, anyone is bound to have a vocal minority of jealous haters. In our case, it's a handful of irrelevant, lazy, over-the-hill washouts who obsess about our success and desperately want to be in our position.
I don't want to be in your position. I don't know anyone who wants to be in your position. If you're talking about numbers of subs, okay, you got a lot of subs. Do I want to get that many subs? I don't necessarily care. And I definitely don't want to get that many subs the way that you got them. And, to call channels over the hill and washed up, that's just poor form, man. That's just poor form. And again,
Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing.
yeah, golden rule.
Without doing any of the work to earn it the hard way.
Without doing any of the work to earn it the hard way. Well, that's weird because it was Ryan who posted the exclusive Nemesis Immortal leaks, and you just took them. And it was another channel that did an interview with the Hasbro G.I. Joe team at San Diego Comic-Con a couple of years, and you just took that interview and you cropped them out of the video. So how are you doing the hard work? Kind of seems like you're doing the easy work and everybody else is doing the heavy lifting for you.
Our approval rating on YouTube is over 99%, proof that no one truly cares what any of those insecure losers have to say.
He struck me for that picture. He struck me for the picture of the kid wearing the t-shirt. There was nothing even copyrighted on that shirt. How do you copyright strike that? Because all the meta apps work off of bots, and when you have a DMCA membership subscription that you pay for, you just do it by bots.
And they've never once had any impact on anything we do. But we do appreciate all of their free advertising whenever they complain about us. Now what's really funny is that these same people now expect us to use our platform to help out their dying channels with shoutouts and attention.
Do you even listen to yourself when you talk?
They've spent the last 3 years trashing us, harassing us, making violent threats towards us, and even taking shots at Dex.
Okay, one thing I will say that I've always said, and I rarely ever talk about this channel because I'm not a classified guy. I don't care about stealing someone else's exclusive images of, Tiger Force Roadblock or whatever, or coming up with crazy claims that Dr. Mindbender was going to come with the Cobra Flight Pod Trouble Bubble and it was going to be a Target exclusive. I don't care about making up bullshit like that. But I will say this. I would never take a shot at this guy's kid. I have said publicly for people to not take shots at that guy's kid. But I will also say, if you don't want your kid kind of in that line of sight, why do you put your kid on YouTube? If you want to keep them away from it, then just keep them away from it.
All over G.I. Joe. This even includes some people who Lenny Panzica irresponsibly goes out of his way to platform and even hang out with.
I don't know about irresponsibly because the guy can do whatever he wants, but that being said, I will agree with some of that, just some of it, because everyone knows that the Hasbro G.I. Joe team, they go on channels that are like advocates for them, and that's all they care about. They just want they want to be around the positivity police, and that's totally fine. If that's what you want to do, you want to do a pre-recorded interview because they won't do lives and it's all softball questions that have to go through their legal department, whatever. I mean, if it works for you and you're jazzed about it, that's fine. It's not my deal, but yeah, that being said, it sounds like Viper Island's a little butthurt that they won't come on his channel.
That's a great look for the representative of a major brand. We
Yeah.
don't do interviews with Hasbro, and we're not going to waste our time. There's no benefit to us whatsoever. And I'm not willing to jump through any of their ridiculous and unnecessary hoops that no other company in my 21 years of working in the media has ever demanded.
That I will agree with. They are very strict, very stringent, very lawyer heavy when it comes to that stuff. But that being said, again, it sounds like he's just butthurt that they don't want to come on his channel. Bring it back around to, if you didn't steal an interview that another channel did with them at San Diego Comic-Con a couple of years ago, maybe you could have. I don't know, just a thought.
Hasbro takes for granted all of the free advertising that they receive. Dealing with Hasbro is a one-way street with no return and the worst media relations that I've ever personally encountered.
That I will agree with. I will definitely agree with that.
Furthermore, time after time, it's been proven that interviews with Hasbro don't have any meaningful impact to the people conducting the interviews, other than giving scraps of validation to people who are so desperate for a pat on the head. That said, we get along with others at Hasbro who are fans of Viper Island and who've made it clear to me that they understand what we're doing and the value we bring. And
do you want a pat on the head from Lenny? Feels like you do, right? Yeah.
that's good enough for us. At the end of the day, we're not CNN News. This is an entertainment program. If some people want us to be something that we're not, they'll just have to deal with it. In the meantime, we'll continue to work hard, have fun, run up the score, raise the bar, and keep bringing you the best quality G.I. Joe content you can find anywhere in the world.
Swipe or no swiping.
I hate stupid. I hate stupid for the sake of stupid. It's completely unnecessary. All you had to do was credit Ryan for the stupid images of a head. That's all you had to do. Just credit Ryan. And none of this would have happened in the first place. You should have learned your lesson the 3, 4, 5 times that you've done this before. And I'm sure it's a lot more than 5 times, but learn your lesson. Stop repeating the same mistakes, and then people will stop dunking on you. You're really just like, you're like the self-defeating spotlight ranger. Like, you really want to put all the attention on yourself, but you do it in such a way that it's negative. It's negative towards you, and then you bring that negativity back to the people who called you out, because God forbid somebody calls you on your bullshit. The whole thing is stupid. Just stop stealing from people. Stop taking people's leaks and hard work and time and effort to go do interviews in San Diego. Do you know how hard it is to get a ticket to San Diego Comic-Con? I bet you don't, but a lot of people know it's hard as shit. And just stop stealing people's stuff, man. Stop ripping off merch images from Super 7. Stop DMCA striking people for no reason because you're just butthurt. And then you turn around and you put out stuff like this where you say, oh yeah, you know, they're all just dying channels and this, that, and the other thing. Get off your fucking soapbox, be a man, and just cut it out. Anyway, stupid for the sake of stupid, I guess. I do not like this stuff. I don't like it at all, but sometimes you got to call a fool out for playing the fool. And if we all just kind of let this stuff slide, people like that are just going to be emboldened to do it more and more and more, either stealing of content or falsely striking people's Instagram accounts or YouTube channels. And that stuff needs to stop. It just needs to stop. But I want to know what you think about this. And you saw my copyright strikes in there as well. So leave a comment below. Let's talk some Joe, and have an awesome day.